Hi there, I wanted to talk about an omnibus. This time it is the Empire Omnibus, published by Marvel. This is volume 1 of the omnibus. Whenever volume 2 is coming out, I don't know. But it collects material that Dark Horse previously published. The stories in here are some of the best Star Wars stories, I think, particularly one that I will talk about in a minute. Well, they're better than the general Marvel ones, to be honest, that have come out that Marvel are actually writing and publishing. This is something where we'll go over the pricing after I've done the flip through in a moment, so stick around for that, or jump forward to it in a video if you want. Otherwise, let's have a look at the book, and don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you get anything from this video. So, you get the Empire Legends Omnibus. Nice art on the back and the spine. You got Darth Vader there. Obviously, who else are you going to put on it? Darth Vader's everyone's favourite. Then you get some nice cover art on the actual hardcover itself. I think this is a really good picture, and I'm happy it isn't just a plain cover or an embossed cover. You get black liner pages, which is fine considering the tone of the book. What's nice about this is they've obviously taken from the Epic Collection, pulled across the contents pages as well. Now, I've talked about a lot of the stories in the middle section of this book in my review of the Epic Collection for the Empire, but essentially this collects all of the Dark Horse stories in the Empire line. They are also available in Epic Collections if you can get your hands on them. Certainly digitally they still are anyway. Now, this is where you just see things happening after Order 66 and the Empire tightening its hold around people. The first portion of this book is fine, but I think the real good stuff in this, from my point of view, is when you come to the Bombo Greenback stuff, and in particular the Das Jenner Jedi stories. I just think they are great, and it's probably because they don't sit in normal continuity, as in they're not part of the Disney universe canon. You haven't got old characters that you're having to worry about too much. They're new stories set in the universe that allow you to move around. Oh, look, there's Darth Vader getting put together. The character of Das Jenner, I think, and his stories that are in this are even more prevalent now, because having just watched the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, they are something that could have just been transposed over to Obi-Wan Kenobi and used. You know, he goes into a town, he's separated from all the other lore of the Disney movies, and he just has to help people out. And then he can just return to his life. You can think of some perfunctory reason for him to have left Tatooine, I don't know, calling the Force or something. But ultimately, it would have been a better route to go down. I mean, look, I'm waffling on about that now. The art in this book is fabulous. It's clear, it's expressive. There are different art styles. You saw earlier in the book when we were flipping through, you've got the more arty style as opposed to the more sort of classic nuts and bolts comic book art, sort of house art style. But all of it feels mature, all of it feels right for what you're looking at, and all of it feels as if you're getting a quality product. I mean, talking about that, the book itself is well made, it opens well, you can see there's minimal, if any, gutter loss whatsoever when you are flipping through the book. Gutter loss being the part where the pages join, and if it's not got a very good spine ribbon on it, then the pages are so tight together you can't see what happens towards the middle of the pages. This is just it's a well-made book. There is an alternate cover available as well if you want it, or a direct market cover. To be honest, because I'm not overly concerned about what cover I get, as long as the book contents is the same, I tend to just go with the standard covers. But I like the cover on this one anyway. I would say if you are a Star Wars fan, if you're disappointed with some of the Marvel stuff and you just want some cracking stories that are set in a time frame you'd be familiar with, i.e.
the post-Order 66 world, then this is totally worth checking out and getting. It's not the cheapest book around. We'll look at some of the pricing in a minute, but it's certainly got the most consistently good content of any of the Star Wars omnibuses that I've read. You get some art stuff at the back. I mean, look at that picture of Darth Vader. That's just cool, isn't it? Shame it's split in the middle, to be honest. You get some character notes, sketches, but they're not padding this out at all. This is just bonus material. Sometimes you get, say, 100 pages of script or something, and you just think, oh, come on, guys, you've just done that to get the page count up. But no, very, very good book, and I'd recommend it to anyone who's a Star Wars fan.
Okay, that was the book. I say some really great artwork, great stories, some that surprised me that I didn't think I was going to like, but I did. You've already heard my views on the trade version of one of the volumes of this on this channel, but this is collected in there, so I'll be putting that down to sell at some point, the Epic Collection. But this is so worth getting if you're a Star Wars fan and you like those Star Wars stories, particularly if you're a little bit disappointed with how the Marvel management of Star Wars has gone with regards to properties and characters and things, particularly in respect of what material they could use for live action shows. As I said when I was going through this, I think the Blue Harvest story would be a great one to adapt. Why don't they just do that into a limited series, maybe 4 or 5 episodes long? Who knows? Anyway, prices for it I put up on screen now. I got this for a good price because I bought at the right time. There is an omnibus buying guide video on this channel. Check that out if you want some tips on how to get the most value for money, because we're all on budgets, or at least I am. So, you know, I buy things when I can afford to and when they're at the right price. I won't necessarily go out and buy an omnibus that is overpriced or not at the right point. Otherwise, you know, I feel like I'm wasting money. Some people can have a totally different view. I will pay whatever I want for that book. Fine, it's up to you. Let me know what you think about the book. I hope this video helped you out, and thanks for watching.